Although planning is important, without execution, your plans come to nothing. Many of us have the tendency of planning in our mind what we shall do, great things. But 5 years later, you ask, have you started? Oh, I'm going to start. That's a great weakness. Whereas you have to be commended by the fact that you are planning, because there are people who don't even plan anything. So you are far much better than those who don't plan at all. But it will be important that you don't just plan things on paper and in your head, that you also create out of the plan, create an action plan with the dates. Year one, I'll do this. Year two, I'll do this. Day one, I'll do this. Day two, I'll do this. Week one, I'll do this. Week two, I'll do this. Or month one, I'll do this. Month two, I'll do this. And start working on it. It's a pity that you're going to have such a bright mind that is able to imagine things and create them in your mind, but you are unable to move from your mind to reality. Things have to be created in the mind before they become reality, but to become reality, you require to execute, to act on them. So you receive your business idea, 2 years later implemented by somebody else, and he's making a lot of money. And you say, that was my idea. He didn't steal it. He also got the idea, but the difference between him and you, he actually executed it. What makes us not have the ability to do things? Somebody said, and I agree with them, procrastination is a thief of time. What is to procrastinate? Is to put to tomorrow what should have been done today. You are procrastinating. There are people like that. They say, I'm leaving. They don't leave. Several hours later, they're still saying, I'm leaving. You can't throw them out of your house, but they are not leaving. And they are messing up your program for the day because you are the host and you don't want to throw them out, but they are not leaving. Later, they'll complain how long they stayed and they ended up driving in the dark, but nobody heard them. They are just unable to act on what they are saying, and nobody's preventing them. I think that's a great weakness that you have to deal with. What makes you not act on something that you are clear in your mind you should be doing, and instead of doing it now, you get the tendency to procrastinate, to say, it's getting late. Why can't I do it tomorrow? When tomorrow, the day begins, you will do it in the afternoon. Then it is rather late. Why don't I do it the following day, the third day? And like that, 5 years go, nothing happens. And people can be like that on many issues. They have a girlfriend, but they are not setting a date for the wedding. 1 year goes, 2 years go, 3 years go, the fourth year, the girl just drops and says, you are never serious. He remains a bachelor, not because he has not had friends, but because he's unable to act. So if you are lazy, it will be difficult to begin any project. Because if I begin this, it means from now onwards, for the next 1 year, when I'm constructing this structure, my golf time is gone. My time to go to visit my mother is gone. I have to be on that project every other evening, every weekend. It's going to take too much of my time. So that makes you not start off because you are just simply lazy. And you know something? The Bible is against laziness. In fact, I keep telling people there are more verses against laziness than even against drunkenness, although both are evil. So to be lazy is to be ungodly. not to put your hand onto the plow without looking back is not godly at all. So why are you not beginning what you are supposed to begin? If the reason is laziness, you need to repent that you are doing an evil thing. The same way people repent who have told lies or who have done wrong. Even you, if you are the only reason why you are not beginning is because you are lazy, I think you need to repent it the same way, because when you see it as the sin it is, you start acting on it. You start seeing it is not right. God has given me the idea. God has given me the resources. God has given me the ability. Yet instead of acting, I'm just being lazy. You ask God forgive you and you start acting on it. And I think that will be something that will help you in many, many projects. Once you regard it as laziness, you are likely to rise up and begin something. So, what makes us prone to procrastination? Not to begin the project. We're not talking about finishing the project. We're just starting to work on it, starting to progress in it, even if it takes long, but at least you're working on it. What makes us not begin? I write books, and I know one of the things that makes writers not finish a book is that procrastination. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. After 5 years, you say, "Aye, this book will never be written." So you give up. I keep telling people, my gift, I think, is not writing. My gift is patience. The fact that by the grace of God, when I begin a book, I say I want to finish this year, I don't. I am working on it the following year, I still do. I'm unable to finish it. I go the third year, I'm still working on it. I go on with it as long as I'm progressing, however little the progress, I work on it until finally it's ready to go to an editor. So you need to look into your life and see what stops you from starting, because progressing is much easier than starting on something. Obviously, I keep reminding you, you have to plan. Planning is important, but planning is useless if you are not going to start on the thing, begin on working on the thing. What stops you from doing it? Of course, it can be laziness. You are simply a lazy person. You like resting or delaying, or that's very possible. That is laziness. That's actually the issue. But sometimes what is making you to procrastinate is fear of failure. That you feel, if I begin this project and don't finish, people will laugh at me. If I don't begin at all, nobody will ever know it was in my mind. Fear is not a godly thing. In fact, somebody said the other day, there are enough fear not in the Bible for every day of the year. So you'll find a verse telling you fear not. Enough for every day, 365 days. Because God knows one of our greatest cause for paralysis, inability to start off, inability to execute what is in our mind, what God has shown us. It's just that fear of failure. And you know something? You must understand clearly that success of any project is really in God's hands. Your job is to act in prayer, given what God has shown you, and you start acting on it. If it doesn't finish because of reasons that have nothing to do with you, there's no problem. You did what you felt God was showing you to do, but maybe you ran out of resources, which you believed God had shown you where to get, but now something has happened. The bank has refused, has canceled the loan. There'll be no problem, because in your mind, you know you did what you were supposed to do. The rest you leave in God's hands. When you start seeing any project as God's project, then you are going to see what he says in Philippians 1 verse 6. He that begins the project will bring it to completion on his set date. So Genesis 1:1 shows God executing his plans. Let us also, as godly people, be people who don't procrastinate, people who are not lazy, people who are not fearful, which are the things I said that are likely to cause you to procrastinate and not start on a project, not start anything. Let's become people who always refer to the way God acts and seek his help so that we act in a similar way. I want to repeat what I've been saying, that planning is important. Don't start acting before you have thought through proactively what is it you want to do, why do you want to do it, what will it cost you, when is it likely to end, what is the likely impact, what will be the impact of this thing I do long term, who will gain and how does it honor God? Answer all those questions in the planning stage. But then, my brother, my sister, don't stop there. God acted, you also act with yourselves. In the beginning, God created. So even you, created in the image of God, you create. We are co-creators with God. There are things that will make the world different because you are born. There are things that will make it easier for your neighbors because you are a part of that neighborhood. There are inventions that are in your mind, which if only you acted on, life will be different for generations to come. Act, don't just plan. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, we read, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So, our God is a doer, an executor. And you only need to read the rest of the verses in Genesis 1 to see each day he did a specific thing. Until the seventh day, he actually rested. And each day, the little he had done, he said, it is good. He did not wait for Sunday to celebrate what he was doing. Every end of the day, he would say it is good. He celebrated it. That is how to run your life. Once you have the idea and you have thought through the whole project, whatever it is you are doing, start on it. But don't start on your own. Genesis 1:1 is saying, in the beginning, God. So don't start a project which you could not say that God is the one with you in it. And once you know God is with you in it, how will you refuse to start it? You'll be disobeying God. So seek to do whatever it is you do as God's project. Seek him. Let him guide you. But once he has shown you what to do, please start on it. Why? Remember Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God. And anything he begins, like Philippians 1:6 is saying, he will bring it to completion. In fact, his project was creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That's a huge project, but it began with just a little in day one. Begin also.